in this video upload that nobody is talking about because this murder does not fit the narrative. One thing I'm going to need the Hindus to do, and that's the Indians. I'm going to need y'all to learn how to fight. Man, Hindus are some fucking pushovers, man. They are. Like, you got to think about it. It's 1.5 billion people in India, and them motherfuckers can't even get a medal. They be getting like maybe 2 or 3 medals. Like, how you got a billion people? That's 5 times, like 1.5 billion. 5 times the population of the U.S. and you ain't got one athlete? See, when these motherfuckers get into a fight, you dead. That's it. If you ain't got 30 or 40 goddamn Hindus, it's a wrap. You motherfuckers are dead. A couple years ago, there was a little bit of cutting up that India did at the Chinese border. 20 Indian soldiers got killed, and I don't think a single Chinese got killed. Or I think it was like one Chinese. And this was hand-to-hand combat. It was very unique. There were no guns used. It wasn't talked about, but this did occur a couple years ago. Now, in this murder of better yet, Varun, Manish, Chheda, I assume that's how you say his name. We'll just call him VMC from this moment on out. I don't know of the details that led to this murder. I don't want to be ignorant and mention things that may not be true, but I'm just doing this from a surface level. I know that there's tension that exists between Indians and Chinese, and Asians in general. When a lot of people travel to Thailand, there's literally black men who traveled to Thailand and told me that, you know, the hatred of Hindus is worse than that of black people, because they tend to kind of understand that the black people are probably just tourists, but the Indians there, they don't like their food. They don't like the way they dress. They believe that the Indians stink. They believe that their food stinks. And they just go ballistic if they see an Indian guy with a Taiwanese woman, even though Taiwanese women don't talk to Indian or Hindu men too much. I'm going to try to read real quick a few little pieces of an article. Let's see if we can get some information. And this is from Media Topics. This happened at the University of Purdue. Wow, man. And if I'm not mistaken, my cousin, they just played Purdue. The coroner said that Purdue University student who died in his dorm room suffered several sharp force traumatic injuries. That means that you got beat with an object, or either you got kicked or punched to death. Okay. But it sounds like an object. Okay. And then you got to think about it. Like, whatever tension is going on, like, dude, get you another fucking roommate. Like, for real. Like, how big of a bitch ass drama queen do you gotta be to continually? And see, people call me arrogant and pompous. I always say, man, look, I walk away and ignore people and put myself above certain shit so that I won't be around somebody that makes me want to blunt force trauma their ass to death. Like, ignore that motherfucker and go somewhere else. But anyways, you know, let's read this. Let's see details about suspect G-Man Shah, whatever, the victim, VMC, and what happened between them. Victim shred. This article is so poorly written. The whatever county coroner office, because it has a Native American name, Tippecanoe, reports that VMC, 20 years old, was discovered dead at McCutcheon Hall on Wednesday morning. Chheda completed his education at Park Tudor. He was a finalist for the 2020 National Merit Scott. Wow. This dude was smart. For real. According to the university campus, Chheda was enrolled in college science program. He was on the data science senior he was a data science senior who will turn 21 in a little over a month. Chheda earned his diploma from Park Tudor School in Indianapolis in 2020. According to the school's post on Facebook, Chheda was a semifinalist for the National Merit Scholarship Program the year he graduated. This dude was very smart and talented. This was not a random nobody, man. And I think what might have happened was some downright hating. By executive order of the president of the program was started in 1964 to recognize yada, yada, yada. That's not getting into the details of this damn. And see, this article is so completely written, and I can't stand all this advertisements and shit that they take and put in the middle of this, trying to sell stuff in the middle of a story about a murder. It's so disgusting. From kindergarten through 8th grade, very well liked, exceptionally smart. You know, I'm just scan reading and telling you what I'm reading, because I can tell you that this whole article is about him. It's not even telling you any details. You know, it's not. Okay, let's read about Jinmin Shea. According to the university's campus director, Shea attended the Polytech Institute at Purdue University. According to social media, Shea was born in Seoul, South Korea, migrated to the United States when he was a year old. He's really an American. His name means sand lion in Chinese, so it is presumed that he is of Korean descent. Jimin's educational history is all that is known about him, and he is preferred to avoid the spotlight in social media. Man. He walked into the police station at Tippecanoe County and said that he stabbed his roommate to death. When they questioned him about why he did it, he said, "I love my family." See, these are very, very vague details. And what happened between Varun Meshes and Jean Shimi is not known. However, students at the school report on Facebook that a domestic dispute escalated into a large brawl that resulted in murder. There are currently no further details available. The origin of this, whenever he said, "I love my family," look, this was cultural. And like I said, this dude is a total abject drama queen. This Asian dude who killed this dude, this sounds like to me jealousy. It's jealousy. It sounded like jealousy. And then on top of that, there could be a situation where Purdue, because both these guys are Asian, made ignorant assumptions. It's kind of like, and I'll be honest with you, putting an African American and an African in the same room and assuming that just because they're both Africans, of African origin, everything's going to be gravy. Man, I can straight up tell you, in many situations, them dudes are not going to like each other at all and do not want to have nothing to do with each other at all. This is being covered up. This whole story is being covered up by the news media. If there was a black person involved, it's highly likely this would be fanned and radiated quite a bit more. But Asians killing Asians doesn't fall into a narrative. And I'm going to honestly say, man, rest in peace to this dude, man. This is really a tragedy for his family. And I feel like that because he was so good to his family and was going to be such a good person, that this dude was jealous. I think that this is straight up, flat out jealousy, or possibly an assassination. I'm out.